good to go this Sunday?
I don't know. It's really not my decision.
How do you feel?
If it was your decision.
I still don't know right now.
Okay.
What exactly happened?
I was just running, just felt a little tweak. Yeah.
AJ told us that, look, he said to the room, when you're playing this team, it's going to be physical. What have you seen on tape? And if you get the chance to play, what kind of challenge do they present?
He pretty much said it's a physical team. Up front in the secondary, they have a lot of guys that are physical. That's what we expect. It's getting to that time of the year.
How do you kind of weigh that when you're talking about it? It looked like you were limping a little bit after the Washington game. You were trying to play through it. How do you kind of weigh something you can aggravate like that?
Sometimes you got to stop yourself. If it was me, I probably would have just, kept going. But the team, kind of doing what was best for me instead of letting me just make a decision by myself. They were kind of looking out for me and said it was best that I sit.
You haven't missed many games in your career, so typically it seems like you've probably been playing through stuff. How do you balance that? Also with this team kind of projected to make the playoffs and maybe a possible run. When you factor that into the equation.
It's a difference between playing through pain and playing through something that you're just going to make worse every week. Like, you can play through pain and it can still get better, but playing through something that you're just going to constantly make worse, it's not a good idea.
So is it the type of thing that you're going to take the weekend and see, or do you already know?
Just kind of up in the air, just kind of wait and see.
Hey, DeVonta, this seems like an off-the-wall question, but you've spoken to us in the past about being an exercise science major. Do you have more insight than some other guys do when it comes to these types of injuries?
Yeah, especially when, I tore it in college, so, I kind of know a lot about the hamstring. Yeah. That's the one thing I do know a lot about.
And so are you, is your input valuable here as well?
I think everyone's input is valuable. I think as the person that has the, hamstring problem, I think is very valuable. But, I give recommendations of things I did in the past to make me better, and things that, I like and I didn't like. There's a lot of things that I didn't like, but it made me better. So.
What's an example of that?
Some of the exercises you do, some of them don't feel the best. But, you have to kind of do that because it's going to strengthen it.
This is CD with Eagles Barrel. What do you eat for Thanksgiving?
Had turkey wing, some yams, some mac and cheese, some green beans, some gravy and rice.
Thank you, sir.
Since you have done it before, how does this compare to when you tore it?
Oh no, when I tore it was way worse. When I tore it, I only missed a week when I tore it, but tearing it was way worse. Yeah.
You only missed a week?
Yeah. I'm not going to go into what went on to, play through it, but, I have some things that can help.
Just to clarify on the...
To clarify that sounded bad. Not no illegal things or nothing like that. It was just something I know to do.
To clarify on the wait and see, does that mean you'll try to give it a go in terms of warm-ups on Sunday and more like a game time decision?
I'm going to do whatever they tell me to do. If they tell me to sit, I'm going to sit. Tell me to go, I'll go.
What do you make of this Ravens pass defense?
So it's a great front. So it's a great defense. So they complement each other well. Of course the stats are going to say they're not a good pass defense, but I think they work well together. And ultimately, it don't matter if your pass defense is supposed to be bad. If your front is playing good and your front can get to the quarterback and put a lot of pressure on the quarterback, it just makes the back end good. So not really into what the stats say, more of what you see on film.
Yeah, and Marlon obviously pretty well. Seems like he'll hop in and out.
Yeah, he's a guy. He does a lot for them. He's in the slot. He's outside. He's one of those guys that's on film, always punching at the ball and things like that. Very physical guy. So, kind of have to always be aware of where he's at.
What do you think of Hamilton?
Great player. Played against him in college.
Yeah.
He's a great football player. See ball, get ball guy.
Yeah.
AJ mentioned that he had sort of already been through the heavy running back systems before with Derrick Henry in Tennessee and kind of learned through that ways. What kind of experience is it sort of adjusting to that style, maximizing the opportunities?
Well, my first few years in high school, that's all we did was run the ball. So, I kind of been in it before. But it's come down to making the most of your opportunities. And ultimately, you're winning. Like I always say, when you got Superman in the backfield, you can't complain.
You kind of experienced it in 21 too, when you guys
That too. Yeah.
they switched the offense to really kind of emphasize it. Do you remember? Did that help prepare you for? Or you said high school, but I guess at this level, did it help you prepare you for where it's gone this year?
Honestly, like I say, you got Superman back there. How you gonna tell him no when he's doing the things he's doing? So, yeah.
But Superman maybe stop this number one run defense. You have two close to super receivers too.
You got Superman, and then you got the other superhumans in front of him that's making way for him. So we'll see. Those guys, they prepare well. I know that they're up for the challenge. So we'll see.
I wanted to ask you about yards after catch. Specifically creating it on your own. What kind of goes into that?
Just having a mentality. When you get the ball, just playing and we're being aggressive. Just like I attack the ball in the air, I'm trying to create after the play.
Is it something you can get better at?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just watch Saquon. He's probably one of the best players in the league. Just how he creates and stuff like that. So I mean, I'm always trying to learn and set up angles. I even asked him a couple times just setting guys up and just angles and everything. But that's just a mindset too.
Speaking of Saquon, you have the great perspective of having played with both Saquon and Derrick Henry. What's it like being their teammates? And he's a comparable being in offenses with
Yeah, man, it's definitely fun, man. Those two are home run hitters at any moment, and they can take the game over at any moment. And just to have that in the backfield, that key component, that's huge for offense. Both of them are great, man. And so.
If I told you 11 weeks in you guys would be 32nd in pass attempts in the league, would you, at the beginning of the season, when you told me I was nuts, or what would your reaction
I don't know.
Does it surprise you?
No. It don't surprise me because what we have in the backfield is rare. It's rare. And once you accept that, everything else is easier. So. Is
it hard to accept sometimes though? Because you guys, you two are great receivers. I mean, you're two of the best in the league.
And that's why it goes back to my mindset. Whenever I touch the ball, I gotta make it happen. And but no, I don't because what I see on a day-to-day in practice in the game is very special. Man, what he does is special. So.
How long did it take you to accept it?
I played with Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
That's the same thing. So it's just like, you had to switch the mindset up a little bit and not get comfortable with touches. And that's not a bad thing. And I'm saying that I'm going to give you a little context because guys can run with that. It's the sense of like, whenever you get your opportunity, you have to make the most of it. And when guys get a lot of touches in the game, you may not go as hard here or there because you got another touch coming. But when you don't know, you're going to make the most of it because of who's in the backfield and how special they are. So that's just my mindset.
So how beneficial was that time in Tennessee where you kind of had to make that adjustment?
Now in Tennessee, it was tougher. It was tougher. I was young, and but it helped me out a lot. I went through it before, so.
You obviously know this Ravens team in terms of physicality from your time in Tennessee.
Yeah.
What do you expect, and what have you told teammates to expect in terms of?
I expect a real physical game. I told that to our room. Don't step out there in them lines if you're not gonna be physical, because that's exactly what it's gonna be. And that's how you want it. Don't worry about no calls. Just play through contract and just make plays.
You saw that 2,000-yard season up close.
Yeah.
Did you ever think to see a season like that again?
Honestly, I did it. But records are meant to be broken. He's on track for it, so hopefully he gets it.
What's different? What's different about those two? Is there
What's different?
Yeah, what's different?
If I had the answer to that, I would be. My name would be God.
I mean, different. Are there any differences in the way they do things? Like,
Yeah, most definitely. They play two different styles of football, which is beautiful. One is probably gonna side swipe you, and then one. Derrick gets stronger as he goes, and Saquon is explosive, cutting, running over, like the entire package. And I know Derrick has the entire package. He just don't use it all the time. But you see it on all phases with Saquon.
I saw that conversation.
You said the other day you got a lot of satisfaction out of that block that sprung him. What can you talk about that just a little bit? What did you do?
Yeah, that's fun because one of your blocks was a key to setting up a big play. It's a big play like that, him taking it to the crib. So it's fun when that happens.
I saw that conversation you had with McCourty where you said you thought you would never play with a back that good, and then you saw the backwards jump. What was the moment like when you're like, well, I'm playing with a player like Derrick Henry?
A bully, and it was just fun to watch because I know corners didn't want to tackle him. So I just go get the safety, and he handled the rest. His eyes light up when he gets the corner. So we got our work cut out.
So when you play a team that obviously wants to impose its will, but that's very much your style as well.
Yeah.
You look forward to a matchup like that?
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be, a lot of downhill run game. Two quarterbacks who are really good, athletic, can move around, good receivers, a lot of good receivers. So it's going to be a challenge for sure. But I think guys are excited for the challenge.
Derrick Henry, what's the approach when a guy is that physical, that strong, and that successful?
Yeah, obviously you don't want to tackle the guy up high. You gotta go. It's like chopping a tree down. You gotta go low. And bring a lot of hats to the football. That's what we've done well. The past however many weeks. Getting guys to the ball, tackling well. We need to do that again on Sunday.
December football now upon us. It's colder. It's certainly the games with even higher stakes. Look forward to that challenge?
Absolutely, yeah. I've played in a lot of cold games. Cold games, I think you gotta be more mentally tough than anything. And then December football again. Every game's big. But when you get closer to the end of the season, you gotta really step up and start to hit your stride and play your best ball.
Cool. Last question for me. I know it's my cause, my cleats. I don't know if you're wearing them this week or next week, but you're honoring the Iowa Cancer Hospital.
Yep, Children's Hospital.
Yeah, we see. I've never been there, but I see it every time you guys play and wave, and it's probably one of the coolest things in college football. Why is that important to you?
Yeah, just being from Iowa and going to the University of Iowa, that's a big part of our football program. Obviously, it's right there. We got the wave. So I know some kids who've been in that hospital. So it's kind of something that means a lot to me. To be able to support that cause.
Awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.